Okay. All right. Looks like I'm streaming, so let's just keep going. We are 35, 140, one page, 140 something. And there we go. All right, Aru. Okay, I actually have not read Aru's thing. So, Aru's tweet for reference. Let me just read this one out loud because I actually haven't read this and I'm actually pretty interested because this was the one chick who initially who was there for the very first time when Cinder met Silver, at least kind of physically, because Silver was a screen and Cinder was a person. Anyways, I hadn't planned on tweeting anything about this until I saw Cinder's apology. While I wasn't hurt to the extent others were, it's clear now that I was lied to and used, not treated as a friend, but as a tool. I first met Cinder during a Twitch Rivals tournament and really looked up to her. We hit it off, messaged a lot, and got even closer at TwitchCon 2022, where I spent most of the day with her in red. At one point, she noticed I was mutuals with Silvervale, someone I admired since meeting her at PAX, and asked if I could introduce her. I thought she was just a fan like I was. Cinder invited me to go with her to Silvervale's meet and greet, and it meant a lot to me as someone who didn't grow up with many social invitations due to being homeschooled in a foreign country. That gesture felt special, but looking back, I realized she only invited me because she thought I could give her access to Silvervale. I'm not entirely sure about that. After I introduced them, Cinder pushed me to ask Silvervale for a collab. I'm someone who rarely initiates collabs. I prefer to build friendships off stream first or let things happen naturally. Still, I went out of my comfort zone to help because I believed the genuinely admired Silvervale. Now I know that wasn't true, and realizing she actually harbored resentment the whole time makes me feel completely used. I wasn't a person to her, just a connection. I did message Silvervale about the collab first time, but when Cinder followed up again, I brushed it off because I didn't want to pressure her. Over time, I started noticing that Cinder didn't treat me like a real friend, more like a means to an end. Sometimes she made it clear IRL that she didn't even like me, and I can't help but think it's because I didn't push harder for the collab. Maybe Cinder could share some light on this. By 2023, our interactions had nearly stopped. Still, I try to keep things friendly in DMs, IRL, because I didn't know how to stand up for myself or set boundaries. That's changed. Now, for obvious reason, it's hard to say, but Cinder's apology doesn't feel genuine, especially not towards Silvervale. The truth is, Cinder isn't the only one who makes others in this space feel used or small. People like her, Yaki, and others made me feel that the best choice for myself was to step away from VTubing entirely. It made me afraid to build new connections, but as I said yesterday, there are good people in this space, and they're the ones worth holding on to. Don't let the bad ones stop you from being your genuine self. And to my community, I think I'd like to try coming back to VTubing. When we talked about last night, hearing how much you all love the VTubing streams honestly hit me hard. It made me sad to realize I gave up on something I love just because of the shitty, awful people who poisoned the space for me. To the friends I pulled away from because I was trying to protect my peace, I'm sorry. I'd love the chance to reconnect and rebuild those friendships. I started VTubing because I believed in the joy and creativity of this community. It's heartbreaking to see that spirit dimmed by people who take advantage of others' kindness, hold them accountable, call it out. What I went through wasn't nearly as intense as what an analyst experienced, but I do understand how hard it is to say no to a friend, especially when they make you feel like you're the only one who can help. I truly hope everyone affected by Cinder can heal and move forward, and I'm sorry for any negativity this situation has brought up from my side as well. I'm really just nervous. I think I remember meeting her before. Yes, I've met her. OMG, she's so nice. Don't worry, you're the best. Blah, blah. Yes, let me message her and ask if that's okay. Blah. Okay, the DMs. I want to see. Sometimes she made it clear, IRL, that she didn't even like me. And I can't help but think it's because I didn't push harder for the collab. I want to see. I'd like to see her evidence for this. And I'm curious what Cinder has to say about that. Posted after my apology for 2020-25, all the kind words really mean a lot to me. I've been reading messages from friends, acquaintances, and especially my community, and I'm so thankful for the messages about possibly coming back to VTubing. I've genuinely cried reading some of the replies, and they've affected me very deeply in a very good way. I love you all very much, and thank you for everything. That said, I do want to address something, especially for the Pyro Pups who are hurting so deeply right now. I understand wanting to defend her. For those asking, why post this? Why stir things up? She didn't do anything wrong. She was just trying to network. I want to be clear that the entire reason I spoke up in the first place was to show that it wasn't just Red behaving this way. I only understood her motive with me after Silvervale shared her document. Then, seeing her apologize where she shifted all the blame onto Red, I felt it was important to step in, not just to support Silvervale's story, which honestly spoke for itself given how many people were affected, but also to the point out that her apology wasn't honest. Even while holding deep hatred towards Silvervale, she still used me and likely others to try and force a collab with her, all while pretending it came from a place of love and respect. This wasn't Red's idea, and it wasn't something he pushed. Pyro Pups and everyone affected by all of this, again, I truly hope you find healing. I know how heavy it feels right now, and it won't be easy, but I believe in you. Keep holding onto the flame, that kindness, and that positivity. It's not going anywhere. Trust that y'all got this, and the entirety of the VTubing community is supporting you. Ara took the opportunity to speak out against me and lie, claiming that I used her as a tool to get to Silvervale, and that's all she ever was to me. Okay, I met Aru during a Twitch Rivals event in September of 2022, and I met her in person with Red at TwitchCon the following month. At the con, she mentioned that she knew Silvervale while we were sitting by the Vishoja booth. This was the first time I learned this, and I didn't notice they were mutuals, like she claimed. I told her I was planning to go to her meet and greet the next day. I had nothing against Silvervale at the time this happened, and I wasn't motivated to meet her by deep hatred like Aru claimed. I chose to invite Aru to come with me because I was nervous to see her myself, but I was going either way. Red was with us, but he stepped away to the side when we saw Silver. While Aru, Red, and I were waiting in line or right after the meet and greet, Aru was the one who suggested the idea of a K9 collab between us two and Silver, even though she claimed I pushed it onto her. In her tweet, since it was a verbal conversation 3 years ago, I don't have any evidence of this other than Red and I both being able to corroborate it. However, Red told this exact thing to Nano in May of 2023. Then at TwitchCon in October, Cinder went to Silver's meet and greet at the Vishoja booth with Ari because I guess her and Silver are friends, just to like introduce herself. Holy shit, this is a lot. The blank thing is so shit, bruh. Ari wanted to ask Silver if the two of them and Cinder could do a Wolf Girl collab together. I've heard some issues about blank. Ari asked and Cinder never heard anything else about it. After the con, I asked Ari about the idea to see if she was serious, and she happily asked Silver about it at the start of December. I asked Ari again about the collab to check if she'd heard about anything about it. She said, "Let me message her right now," which she admitted was a lie in her tweet. Aru never said anything else about it, and I didn't ask her. This in no way changed my friendship or view of Aru. She said by 2023 our interactions nearly stopped, but yet we continued to message each other on and off for the next 8 months. I even asked her to voice in one of my lore videos in May of 2023 when she was hesitant about being a part of it. I reassured her I still wanted her to be. It was around that time Aru fell out of VTubing and we grew apart. The last messages in our DMs were from her asking me about doing the IT escape room at TwitchCon that year, although I never replied to her directly. Us and a group of friends did plan on do the Saw escape room there last year, which was organized in a separate Discord server. I have no idea what she's talking about in her tweet when saying Cinder made it clear IRL that she didn't even like me. I would see Aru at the conventions and events, and every time I've interacted with her, I always treated her as my friend. She hasn't messaged me, and I haven't messaged her, but now it's because I was always just using her to get to Silvervale. I messaged her about the collab she had the idea for twice ever, almost a year before we stopped talking. Silver had no obligation to do anything with us, and I didn't hold the fact that the collab never happened against Aru. Her suddenly thinking she'd like to come back to VTubing in the same tweet she lied about me when it was so popular to do so is extremely opportunistic. Blew over the entirety of my DMs with Aru. I am getting negative feelings towards Aru actually right now, because I do genuinely feel like I don't think Silvervale viewed Aru as a tool. I don't think that's the case right now, because just like it feels like Aru is kind of using this as I feel like this is opportunistic, by the way. I do feel like Aru used this situation as opportunistic to get back into VTubing. I feel like to some degree that Cinder kind of tried in a way, because I feel like she did hit it off with Aru, and kind of also want to use an opportunity to get like on like good footing with Silvervale, and kind of use this as an opportunity. So she kind of was like, I think she did hit it off with Aru, and I don't think she used her as a tool, but I do feel like she did kind of Maybe I can use this chance to also get good with Silvervale as well because I had such a bad first experience. That's how I'm taking it. That's how I feel. But I do feel like Aru's using this as an opportunity to get back into VTubing. I do feel like this is opportunistic. However, Red told this exact thing to Nano May 2023. Yeah, blah, blah. I want to ask Silver, the two of them and Cinder could go, could do a Wolf Girl collab together. We should plan our spooky collab when we, yes, oh shit, where's the full, there it is. Okay. My DMs with Aru. The screenshots that include are in the documents, and dates are yellow. Okay, good. Consistency. Hi, Aru. You're super cute, and I don't know how to talk to girls. I have a huge crush on you. Also, I have no idea how to talk to girls, so we learned together. It was really nice meeting you during the tournament. It's great being able to talk to you for more than 2 minutes now. It was so hectic and chaotic, but you did such a good job keeping it together. I had so much fun, too. By the way, I love your model. I also loved the character you used for your ASMR videos, too. Your style sense is just chef's kiss. You're so sweet. I think your model is so pretty. Moi moi. Are you on PST time zone, by the way? I'm on EST. Okay, I'm on PST. I hope your day is good so far. I just woke up. I feel that Lamau. We do be on that content creator sleep schedule. Happy birthday, Cinder. 2 days later. Thank you, Aru. Cinder, would you ever want to play games together off stream? I don't know if you have time, but if you would ever like to, please let me know. Of course, I've been crazy busy, but I'd love too when I get some free time. Hello, Cinder. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I hope you've been well too. I've been well. I was wondering if you'll be at TwitchCon this year. I will be. Oh my god. I will be too. That makes me so happy. Let's meet up. I'll cry. Yes, I would love to. I'm so excited. Yes, I hope there's a VTuber meetup. Will you be going to the Twitch party? I'd love to, but Twitch denied me because I was on the front page during Takeover Week. What the fuck? You're one of the biggest VTubers on the platform? That makes no sense. That's sweet of you to say. They said I needed to wait for my growth to stabilize, but it's been pretty consistent, so I'm kind of confused. But I was able to reapply a couple days ago, so there's a chance I can still get it before the con, but with how long it takes them to go through the apps, I'm not expecting to hear back for another 2 months like last time. But it's okay because I can still meet up with everyone outside the party. I'm still going to ask my Twitch manager if there's a way to bring you in. You'll get partner in no time. I'm praying it's before TwitchCon. That's so kind of you to do for me. Oh my god. Hello, Cinder. I'm sorry if this is a weird, but I'm commissioning someone to make this of my VTuber, and I was wondering if I could make you the other person in the video. Going ahead, the cat air is over. It's okay if you say no. By the way, no pressure. Yes, of course you can. I'm so flattered you asked me. Oh my god. Hello, Cinder. For October, would you want to play Mortuary Assistant together? I think one of us can stream it to Discord. That sounds fun, but how did that work? I thought it was single player. I spoke to Blank because him and Blank played, and he said, hey, so what we did was Blank played the game and streamed the game to me on Discord, and I would just watch her play. That's what we did. There may be easier ways to do it, so I have no clue. Oh, I see. Were they both streaming? Do you know? Either way, I'll still be so down to hang out in your stream with you. I'm not sure. I can ask Blank if you want to play something else, though. We can do that, too. I just thought it would be fun since it's so spooky season. No problem. I haven't seen the game yet, so that works for me. I'm always down to play anything, anytime, though. Oh, okay. It's really scary, and I'm awful at scary games, so I can't play it alone. I love scary games, although the jump scares usually get me every time. I'll be right there with you, so you won't be alone. Won't be alone. Cinder, please protect me. Are you watching House of Dragons at all? I got you. I'm not, but dragons are so damn cool. I wish I had more time to watch a bunch of things. Gonna try to manage my work before better, so I have more free time soon. I say it's definitely difficult. Thankfully, I take Sundays off just to make sure I can catch the latest episode. Out of curiosity, what are some of your favorite shows, like anime, IRL, anything? That's a good idea for currently airing shows. I've been trying to catch up with One Piece. Also try to catch Survivor when I can. I've been watching that one since I was a kid with my parents, so my whole family is always so invested in every season, even nowadays. Cinder, where are you? I want to give you a hug. I'll be at the 5 p.m. meetup. Dude, this is literally everything. Heading down to the lobby. Okay, I'll be down in 10. Hype, girl, where you at? Are you okay? Give it a call. Yes, I'm with Blank. Sorry. OMG, little, I was so worried. Okay, have fun. Please stay safe. Blank, if you need me to get you, just let me know. I'll come right away. Are you good too? Yes, I'm okay. Are you still at the party? They took us to some party bus, Lamau, Mfau. I asked Ara if she wanted to come meet Silvervale with me. I was going to the meet and greet myself either way. Val, I'm at blank if you need anything. Okay, I love you. Stay safe. Listen, I'm back and safe. No worries. Sorry for getting drunk and wandering. Well, why are you apologizing? I'm sorry for losing it all and not getting kissed. No, it's okay. Everything happened so fast. Lamau, when you want to come meet Silvervale with me at 2:30, of course I'll go with you. I'm just really nervous, and I think I remember you meeting her before. Yes, I met her. Oh my god, she's so nice. Don't worry. You're the best. Oh my god. See you. What time do you want to meet up? Whenever you're free. Okay, I'll be free in 10. Is it okay to post this? Would you want me to put an emoji over your face? Awful service right now. Emojis would be great. Let me know when you want to meet. The image of us meeting Silver at the Silver that Aria posted that later day. I did not make my own tweet about meeting Silver. Okay. Here was Silvervale's reply to Ara's tweet. This was so adorable. It was amazing meeting you both. K9 girlies. Let me know when you want to meet. Blah blah blah. Meet us at the Gamer Up Smooth. I want to see Blank too. Then walk over to Shoujo. On my way. Where do you want to meet? I'm in the line to see Blank. Just saw Blank. On my way. Blank. If you want to still do the haunted house, we can go. I can ask Blank if she wants to go with us too. I'm cool with that. I'm gonna want to grab food first. I'm cool with that. I asked if it would be okay to bring you to the Genshin party tonight too, and they said it was all good, so we can do the haunted house or Genshin party. I know Blank will be going too. They said bring towel plus swimsuit if you want to use the pool or hot tub. What time is the party? 8 p.m. I think I might be too tired to party tonight. Okay. If you want to do anything, let me know. It's so nice hanging out with you. I love hanging out with you. Oh my god, how's the party? I'm on my way there. It's like I'm too tired, and then just how's the part at like midnight. Okay, anyways, just giving her shit. I'm on my way there. It's in a really nice area. I know Blank is there. I messaged Zara on my way home from TwitchCon if she was actually planning to ask Silvervale about a collab together, which she did. I said, were you still thinking about messaging Silvervale because the collab was her idea? You guys have fun. Want to do the haunted house tonight if people are dipping on the zoo? Oh my god, Red and I are having lunch at Gyukaku, and I'm so excited. I'm so sad. I love Gyukaku. Make sure to get the chicken karage. It's so good. It was so yummy. I wish we knew about it earlier so we could have went together. I hope your flight was okay. Were you still thinking about messaging Silvervale about a Wolf Girl chat? I'm not sure if she'd really want to, but I'd love to do more with you anyway. We should plan our spooky collab when we've recovered from this weekend. Yes, let me message her and ask if that's okay. Yes, I agree. Let's plan something. We can wait a bit if you're still recovering, but if you had a day or a time in mind, just let me know. My schedule is pretty open right now. I know I'm pooped from this weekend, but I want to do lots with my friends still. It sounds like she would be down to play games together once her schedule clears up. This week, just let me know. My schedule can be pretty flexible. GIF. The screenshot of Ara's DMs with Silver that she sent me. Silver never got back to Ara about this, and Ara never brought it up to me or Silver again. Yeah, that would be a ton of fun. I've been really busy with the con prep and stuff, but things have been calming down lately. Love this. It's so good. Ara, would you be interested in playing Labyrinthine with me? Blank, it would probably be around November 11th to 13th. It's hard to pinpoint a day at this moment since Blank is corp. She has to get it approved, but the game looks fun and spooky. Oh, I love that. Awesome. I'll keep you updated. Let me know what day or time works for you to play Mortuary Assistant when you want to make plans. Okay. I'll look through my schedule and we'll play. I'm so excited. Me too. How does the 23rd feel for Mortuary? I can do that. I'll be free all day. Hi, Aru. Would you want to reschedule for sometime this week instead? Yes, please. Yes, please. When are you free? I have a few things planned this week, but we can still we can work something out. Oh yes, what time are you thinking? Maybe 6 p.m. EST? Sure. Did you still want to play Mortuary Assistant? Yes, would you want to? Yeah, I can be in a call with you and you can share your screen. We can stream at the same time and have our Vito Ninja links up to get our reactions. Perfect, I'm so excited to hang out and chat again. Can you send me a PNG of your model for a thumbnail? Yes. Give me like 5 minutes, take your time. This is her. You're so cute. OMG, stop. Can I use the thumbnail you make as well? I woke up so late. Yes, of course. We can push it back if you need to. Cinder, how do I use Vito Ninja? You want to click add your camera to OBS video. Okay, this is how to literally do it. Okay, is it possible to push it back to... Okay, perfect. I'll start at 2:15 and we can start playing around 2:45-ish. Sounds good. Cinder, I'm so sorry. Is it possible to push 3:15? Yes, no worry. Just let me know when you're good. Okay, thank you for whenever you're ready. Sometimes it's mirrored on your end, so let me know if I have to flip it. Okay, I'm ready. Can I have your link? Yee. Is there a way to make it transparent? Just switch the green screen and chroma key it out. Can I call? Sure. I had so much fun with you, Cinder. Oh my god, I had so much fun too. You're so nice to hang out with. Lamau, is this your ASMR? Yeah, I tweeted about it, Lamau. It's so wild. Ha 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 ha. Here's the VOD. This collab Aro and I playing together. Between the messages above, Aro and I had another collab with a couple of our friends. I was playing in group chat. I asked Sarah if she was okay with me getting a scab of us together. Ha ha ha, that's so funny. I hope she's doing okay. How are you? Would you be okay with me getting a scab of us together? MG, I'd love to. Could you send me your references? Yes. There it is. Almost 2 months after TwitchCon, I asked Sarah if she'd ever heard from Silvervale about the collab in her tweet. She admitted she never actually asked Twitter Silver about it again, and neither of us brought it up after this. 2 days earlier on November 30th, 2022, I messaged Silver on Twitter about hanging out off stream, and doing so reminded me of the collab with Aru. No, stop. I'm looking at the artist, and I'll send you a couple look out. I love them. Just submitted it. It was approved. I'm so excited. Have you heard from Silver Vale about doing a Wolfie collab with us? Let me message her right now. No problem. I'd love to collab with you again soon. Either way, Cinder, I literally cannot wait to hug you, love you, and I miss you so much. It's going to be so nice to see you again. I'll try not to cry. Happy birthday, Aru. I hope you have a wonderful day, too. Today with lots of cake and ice cream. I can't wait to see you soon. Blank. Hey, Aru, I want to check in and see how you're feeling. I'm terrible. I wish there was some way I could help you feel better quicker. I love you so much. I love you so much. Our scab came back and I hope you like it. There's also a transparent version for you to use too. I'm gonna fucking scream. I love it so much. Oh my god, let me PayPal you the half. I love this. What the fuck? I'm gonna get this framed and printed, put it up in my room. I'm crying. I love this so much. We look so fucking cute together. I'm so happy to have art with you. I don't know why I'm blue, but it's so cute. Lamau, it's a gift. Don't worry about that. I love it so much. I love you, Cinder. I love you so much. You're cute. I love some Aru. Our goodbye was awful timing, but I loved being able to hang out with you again. I love you so much. We can meet up next time. I'll let you know what cons I'll be at next year, or maybe we'll be able to plan another fun weekend another time. Sending you so much love, Cinder. I'm sorry shady people are vocalizing their jealousy of you. You're slaying and more successful than all of them. Everyone sees you and knows you have something but wonderful things to say about you. I love you so much. Thank you so much, Aru. I love you. Cinder, I love, and trying to get the gang together and hang out. Okay. I'm starting to really feel like Aru is being opportunistic with this tweet, because judging by base tweets to Cinder, Aru every time asking for she has been the only one here asking for collabs and reaching out to her to do shit. And there is a fuck ton of glazing. Mainly coming from but then again, also shit, Cinder's kind of like doing something nice for her, but like this is so excessive. But hey, I don't know anime women on the internet, so okay, let's keep going. Okay, I'm trying to get the gang together to hang out and play games or something. Would you be down to do something like that next week or so? I miss everyone. Gee, yes, I'd love to. Once everyone messages back, I'll make a chat. Sounds good to me. I know I had a couple other things planned for next week, but I'll let you know exactly when I'm free when I do. Okay, once you have a chat, we can all plan a time that works. How are you doing? Yeah, I can't wait to hang out again. I've actually been doing super well lately. I hope you have been too. Cinder, my love, how are you doing? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. I just miss you. I hope you're doing well, Cinder. Listen, don't put things in jars, blah blah. Oh, also, is this literally their entire conversation? This is their entire Discord DMs. Okay, I'll tweet it tomorrow. I'm crying. Gee, I love this. Miss everyone. Gra. Oh yeah, there is the lore thing. Her music is kind of shit. Just saying. Like I think like I heard it once off stream, because I was just like, man, what does her music sound like? And I was just like, damn, this kind of sucks. I got you, Queen. I'll record 5 and you can choose whichever one works best. When did you need this by? Thank you so much. No deadline, just when you can. Hello, Cinder. I don't really know what's been told behind closed doors by Yaki, so considering all that's happened, would you still want to voice my lore my voice in your lore video. If you don't want to answer, that's okay too. I just want to make sure because it seems like everyone has an opinion on the situation. Yes, I'd still love to have your voice be a part of it. I'm sorry I was meaning to check up on you sooner, but I'm sure you're going through a lot and getting bombarded with DMs. I love you and I hope you're doing okay. The debut was absolutely incredible. The new outfit looked amazing. The animations were so fun. I love the entire vibe. You're amazing. Yes, I'd still love to have your voice be a part of it. I'm sorry I was meaning to check up on you sooner, but I'm sure you were going through a lot and getting bombarded with DMs. I love you and hope you're doing okay. The debut was absolutely incredible. The new outfit looked amazing. The animations were so fun. I love the entire video vibe. You're amazing. That means so much. Thank you so much, Aru. Cinder, what do you want to do in an escape room at TwitchCon? It's this one. Do I think Aru is being opportunistic with this? She is giving me the vibe that she was being opportunistic, but considering that everyone is piling on Cinder, I think she actually was. I also kind of feel like she was genuine in thinking that she was being used as a tool here in her situation. But I just but also like it's kind of weird, I think, because she was so disconnected other than like the initial like meeting between her, Cinder, and Silver, that it feels really weird that she injected herself into the situation and it was actually Cinder who was already going to meet Silvervale, you know? And Ara was the one who originally asked the idea of doing a collab with all three of them. And then it literally seemed to me through screenshots that Cinder was just like curious, hey, is it still happening? Like, I feel like Aru injected herself she's giving me like, I'm feeling, if I were to think about it, I think like 60% she was being opportunistic by injecting herself into the situation. 40% she genuinely thought that she was being used because of this, but that doesn't even really make much sense because Cinder was already meeting Silver, and then Aru is just like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to meet Silver. Oh, I'm friends with her, I'll join you, or whatever. I think, you know what, 70-30, there we go. 70, she was being opportunistic and injecting herself into the situation, because like I feel like she would know this too. And also, like, I haven't seen... She said that Cinder didn't treat her as a friend IRL or something like that, or made that clear to her. I want to see evidence. I want to see the proof. So, yeah. So, yeah, I do think... yeah, I do, but I'm not entirely certain. It's just, like, I feel like this doesn't really make any sense. Here, she was already gonna meet her. She found out and then joined. She proposed the collab. Like, and she was already so like, no one said anything about her too. No one like brought anything up about her during the initial like all the messages and stuff. And then she was like, then she kind of, I felt like she injected herself in to the situation. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like that was the case here. Bad vibes on Aru. I'll say that. Spite. Okay, so this is going to be a long one. Okay. I'm very sorry to Spite for the harassment she's gotten over the years for absolutely no reason other than being similar to me. I know how it feels to be called a copy or inferior version of someone else when you know it's not true. She has empathy for Spite, but not for Silver, because she absolutely. You know what's funny? I think she's more empathetic to Spite because Spite is the smaller VTuber, and because what's her Silvervale isn't the smaller VTuber according to Cinder. Then Cinder got more harassment because she's smaller than Silver. Like, that's what I think. I dislike Spite for what I thought was her copying me, and I was harassed for being similar to her too, just not nearly to the degree I was with Silver. Oh my god. There's no way for you to prove this. I never reached out to talk things out with Spite, and I should have. I'm sorry, I've never condoned or told anyone to harass another creator, even if I have ever held anything against them myself. I lied when talking about Spite in my apology. I knew... Okay. I knew Red had talked to Nano about her in 2023. He had gone as far as to ask her not to work with Spite. It was not something I had anything to do with, but I was okay with it after he told me Nano agreed. I lied so I wouldn't make things worse for myself and admit to more than I was being accused of at the time when everything was crashing down for me. I'm sorry to her for being unknowingly excluding from working with Nano because of how I felt about her. I believe Spite was contacted by Shy Lily and compelled to make a public statement about me. It's made up of allegations without evidence and is purely based on conjecture, and she's profited off of these baseless accusations since making them against me. If Spite was never shown the screenshots of Red asking Nano not to work with her, which I feel Spite would have included in her document, then she made her statement over one screenshot of Red's DMs talking about her from May of 2023. At no point I ever stolen or copied anything from Spite besides Red. I've only talked about my grievances with Spite to a handful of friends. Following her on Twitter is the extent Red and I have ever been watching her. And I haven't cared about what she was up to beyond mid 2023. I moved past all of this a long time ago, and I wish no ill will towards Spite. Spite was never shown the screenshots of Red asking, which I feel Spite would have included in her dog. But then she made her statement over one screenshot of Red's DMs talking about her from May of 2023. I don't think this was true. I would need to, I could probably just go over Spite's document one more time. I think full context wise, even if Nano agreed, Red still made the request. To begin with, and I don't think she would honestly care. Also, like, we don't know, like, she is speculated super heavily who Shy Lily contacted without providing like any evidence besides speculation. So I don't know if Spite is working off of other people's stuff. Maybe she isn't, maybe she is. I feel like she is because she's barely brought anything. She barely put anything in her document. So yeah. Yep. At no point I've ever stolen or copied anything from Spite besides Red. I've only talked about my grievances with Spiteful for her. Okay, next. Red border. Any of the documents red border. The screenshots are taken from another document. Orange, dates yellow. Quotes from her apology gray. Jesus Christ. Red zone comments are blue. Any sections based on speculation labeled in pink. My original character design was finished. My reference sheet also describes my blue flames. December 16, 2020. Okay. Where is it at? Final reference. Truly honored. Yep. Also describes my blue flames. Where's the blue flames? At first the email scared me. I thought I messed up big, but glad it was just about text edits. Fixed it all on all files here. Please note the HD file should only belong to okay. And respect to the ones posted. Okay. Would we be able to use a black silhouette to blah blah? Yes, you can use a black silhouette to advertise. Hope you like how the final versions turn out and enjoy your new character. Good luck with your journey. Wish you both you big luck, and thanks for trusting me to create something so important. And I'm truly honored. Where are the blue? Oh, wait, there it is. The blue flame. Okay. I posted my full reference sheet on Twitter for the first time. When was this? 2021. Oh shit, I should have probably pulled up Spite's document. Let's see, where does she have a reference sheet? There were many times when I designed a new outfit that I was really excited for, but afterwards, Cinder would release outfits or models with similarities to it. I didn't think much of it at first because it is normal to have similarities or shared inspirations with other creators. The VTubing community is a huge space, and similarities are normal. I'm not speaking to whether my designs were taken as direct references. For hers, I'm addressing the need for the unprovoked tweets mentioned in the screenshot above and showing that I made the statements to make it clear that I was not stealing ideas. How can I copy something that was released, teased, revealed after my own? On July 20, 2022, Am I Alive? My model mom and I work in a comfy goth girl outfit. Okay, so this isn't her original design. Happy sounds so great. July, September. Hmm. 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 You know, it's different. She's not wearing a tank top. It's all right. Okay. So it's not, okay, so original design, that's fine. The spy made her Twitter account in May of 2021, about 3 months after my post. Joined May 2021, yeah. March, February, March, April, May, yeah, 3 months. I posted my PNG model that I was using to stream from 6/15/2021 until my model debut a year later on 6/25/2022. I had an alternate blue version I use sometimes too. Okay. Yep. As far as I could find, this was the first time Spite ever posted her character design on Twitter. My model isn't done yet, so you can base it off of this, please. 2021 of July, and her reference, I'm pretty sure she posted her reference pretty early, right? Yeah. Okay. Demon Design, 11/16/2021. Oh, since it's my more fantastical outfit, this was when I first brought in the idea of my demon design to Nano. That idea came from seeing Fruit's evil alternate design a year earlier in December of 2020, and I knew I wanted to have a similar outfit since then. I feel like, oh shit, I feel like Spite should have shown more examples. She's only shown me, I think she's literally only shown me one, two, one, two, three. So it's going to be very important for Cinder to at least address these three. And I knew I wanted to have a similar outfit since then. Analyst's old body versus current body. There we go. 11, 12, 13, 2021. The demon design was started. I made a Google Drive. This was it. So there you go. There's the reference time. 12/30, 13, 2021. Okay. Here are all the references I gave to Nano. Damn, how the fuck did she use any of this to get that? Where would you grab it? What the fuck is One Piece there? Anyways, oh, it looks nice. 2/27/2022, the original design was finished about 4 months before my original model debut on 6/25/2022. This version of the design never became a model. Let's see here. The demon design was updated and the model finally debuted on this date. 7/15/2023. God damn. More than a year later. Jesus. Summer outfit. Nice. Red gave Nano the references for my summer outfit in their DMs before I had even debuted my first model on 6/25/2022. It was designed to cover my already designed bikini outfit to be safe to use on Twitch, which you can see the straps on the model's neck and hips in the image below. Here's a short and short references, Nano. They're always like the idea of a metal top, ripped or torn in some way. As for the shorts, there we go. Nice. Spy says she worked with her model artist on her new outfit. There is no fire in Spy's ears. This image of her, but they were on her final model when it debuted. 7/20/2022. Oof. Merch artwork. I described what kind of artwork I was looking forward to the first time. I asked for it to be partially grayscale, but with bright, colorful highlights and details. It's public knowledge who made this artwork, so I've chosen not to censor their name. Okay, that would be great. After receiving the first draft, I decided to want to try something with my blue coloration with a limited color palette instead. Okay. There's the color palette. Like, I think all she really needs to do is just show that she designed stuff before Spite did. And so far, she's already cracked, I think, about she already like this. She's already shown DMs with artists and came up with a concept design before Spite did, at least on 2022. It seemed like they both were kind of just. I feel like this is more of an unfortunate turn of events, really. Because I don't know, like she's literally Spite only gave me like 3 examples to work off of, really. So fuck it. Do they have they don't have the same artist right now, do they? Or did they when they were making this? No, wait, yeah, no. It doesn't make any sense for like wait, no, were these 2 different artists? Fuck. This was with Nano. Was she working with Nano? Was she working with Nano? I want to know. Fuck, I don't know. I don't think she was. I don't think Spite was. Oh yeah, because Spite and Nano didn't know who Spite was. Yeah. So I said she worked with her model artist on a new outfits. So this is the time frame. I'm kind of just rushing through this because one, I don't care really all that much about copying, to be honest. The artwork was finished for the merch drop that launched on 12/25/2022. The reason why a blue fire design was chosen was because my whole first merch drop was themed around my 2 fire colors. I suggested the limited palette because I thought it'd be a good look for the clothing was planned for. When it was done, I recognized that the finished piece could be mistaken for Spite, but I really liked how it came out and didn't want to change it. Any major changes to the art would have delayed the entire drop too. Yep. Heaven Hound outfit. I submitted my commission request to design my Heaven Hound outfit with the artist. The request form was open on 8/9/2023. It's public knowledge who designed this outfit, so I've chosen not to censor their name here. The link below will take you to my guidelines. If you have any questions, leave them there. Designer references I submitted. Okay. Alright, up until the design was actually started on 1/4/2024. I want to see when he finished the concept. Okay, 4/19/2024. God damn. On April 29th, 2024, I designed a Greek goddess outfit on stream. I'm a Cerberus VTuber, so it fits my lore completely. Wait, what if the artists actually yoinked Spite's design here? They were looking into the future. They were actually working at the same time. They had her up on their second monitor, and they're like, oh, that's a cool design. I'm just going to casually just yoink and steal. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think that was the case. Anyways, yep. Spicy, spicier. Okay. The final design reference sheet were completed. This model debuted almost 7 months later on 12/15/2024. Sleepy outfit. First time Red brought up a idea of a comfy gamer pajama outfit was 8/10/2023. We're gonna apply to get the window designed by that way. You don't have as much on your plate right now if you're doing a lot. It was accepted. We were thinking about doing a comfy gamer girl pajama design. Okay, so the idea of it was created, but when was like the actual design created? You know, like she. Wait, actually, yeah, I haven't seen the literal design for because we already have the full design here. So like, there's the Greek goddess outfit, and that was here 4/19/2024. That's before this, and we saw the one earlier with the tank top and shorts. So what about this one? Do into alongside the release of my AFK flavor. Ideas and references. Okay, there's the references. When was the design created? When was this design sent? I think it's right there. I don't like how it's cut off, but I think that looks like it. 1/27/2025. That was when the design was created. Because when zoomed out, it's much easier to see. There's no basis for that accusation. Here's the image she used in her document. I think there is like even if let's say you weren't yoinking designs, this looks very similar, even up close and zoomed out. The only difference is she doesn't have a gamer subs ad on her chest. When was this debuted or whatever, designed? I debuted a new model for 2024. And the design here was in, I think this is the dates, but it's cut off. Oh, 127, wait, what the fuck? 1/27/2025. Wait, hold on. Four 20. Hmm. Hmm. That's a little sus, but that's only like 1 point that I give on the sus meter here about her and Spite, but that's about it. I don't think there's really much to go off from here. I'm already so far I think Cinder's pretty much annihilated I think like 3 points right now. This this and I think this claim here. So what's left? Oh yeah, and this is one I'm not entirely sure about, so I'm more of a mixed bag on this. So I'd say no. What about this? Let's just keep going. Here are the two instances Spy pointed out in her document when I traded at or around the same time as her own events. The first being one of my debut teaser tweets and another in a smart tweet 2 days before my teaser tweet. Red messaged me when he made the teaser image. Let's see, timeline's gonna be very important here, so I'm mainly just reading, looking for that. 5/12/2022. The eyes look angry. Blah blah blah. I like this one best. 5/12. 5/12/2022. Spite tweeted about her debut happening the next day. 5/12. 2 hours. More first. Yeah, here that is my debut. Hope to see you there. I posted my debut teaser on 5/14/2022. I couldn't find anything that showed that I posted it when I did because of Spite. It was a Saturday about a month before my planned debut date. In my apology, I said the first thing Spite mentions in her document is the debut teaser in 2022. That was apparently posted on the same day as her original debut, which I honestly don't know if at the time this was intentional or not. I don't know when I first discovered Spite, and it could have been after she debuted. June, yeah, May 14th, May 13th. Alright, boys. Let's get back into this. ASMR post, 9/22/2022. Oh. I paused my recording for a second because I had to talk. Alright, 9/22/2022. I had to go for a second. ASMR post. Spite announced her first ASMR stream on 9/24/2022. 1 year anniversary. First ASMR stream this Saturday, 9/24, 8 p.m. EST. Blah blah blah. 9/24. I posted Aratashi and sent her on Twitter to advertise my ASMR channel when I was still trying to keep up. Okay. Nice. A few ASMR videos. Blah blah. Months since my last upload. I always kept up with one video per week ASMR schedule, but since debuting a Cinder, I hadn't been. 2 days after this post, I uploaded a new video. There we go. There's one tweet I found that I know I made in spite of her. Oh, there was one tweet I found that I know I made in spite of her. This was after 6 months of what I thought was Spite copying me and being compared to her and harassed for being similar. It was wrong and petty of me to do this. Oh. Okay. 1/10/2023, Spite announced her first model debut. There it is. On the day of her debut, I posted my blue merch artwork. She literally did. Oh, okay. So she admits to do this. Okay. 1/12/2023. Oof. Damn. Spite tweeted when she went live. January 12th, 2023. At 3:09 p.m., 4:05 p.m. Oof. Spite copying me speculation. Oh boy. Alright, speculation time. I would also like to show my point of view and why I thought Spite was the one copying me back in 2022 and early 2023, which led to Red asking Dana not to work with her. We were the only 2 prominent Hellhound or Cerberus themed VTubers at the time all of this occurred. This section should be considered speculation, the same as Spite's entire document was about me. Everything presented here could have been sheer coincidence, and I don't have any evidence proving it otherwise. Spite's design was the one on the right, debuting on 5/14/2022. Damn, my original model debuted before with the one on the right debuting on 5/14/2022. One on the right, so this one, 6/25/2022. Spike came into my chat to introduce herself and give me bits so she knew who I was. This was the first and only time she was in my chat. Here's my VOD showing this. Yeah, there we go. Spite's new model debut, 9/3/2022. She said in her document it was worked on 7/20/2022. There are no ear flames on Spite in this image. Okay. Before and after 6/25/2022, I had an animated version of my Hellhound running to the right as an alert on my stream. I had it on my pre-debut streams as well, but you can see it at my debut here in both colors. The Spy posts animated art of her other 2 Cerberus heads running to the right. Hmm. 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 You know, that does look kind of awfully similar there. And plus she did do it first. Animated pre-debut streams as well, 9/7/2022.
Your faces.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Well,
Okay. The spy 9722. A spy post animated art of her other two Cerberus heads running to the right. I thought she used this for her alerts too, but I couldn't find any clips of it to prove that. Hers also has fire in the ears, on the paws, and a brightly colored tail. Oh my god. There it is. My PNG model that I was using to stream for a year from June of 2021 until my model debut in June of 2022, and its alternate blue version, 6/27, 2021, 10/17, 2022, by her model artist. About 1/12/2023, around the same time as her new outfit debut. She also started using the fire emoji in her Twitter name when she hadn't before. Nice. And this is a snapshot from 3/12/2023, was the earliest one that shows her using the fire emoji. Okay. I've always had an alternate blue color toggle as part of my design. It was on my reference sheet and the biggest and most well-known gimmick of my original model. I use it frequently on stream. This was before editing and changing model layer colors. Was a built-in feature of VTube Studio. Yep. I made a post emphasizing my two fire colors. Despite started using an alternate red coloration of her new model, which she continued using from then on. I don't know if this was the first time she used it on stream. It could have been earlier, but it's the earliest I could find her posting about it. 10/23, 9/29, 10/23. I posted about my two different colored shirts, focusing on my two fire colors. 1/5/2023, 1/18/2023. I'm curious. Hold up. Let me open this up. I'm trying to see, was Spite in this? No. Let me, okay. Anyways. 1/23/2023, Red's first conversation with Nano about Spite was 5 days after Spite's post above. He asked her not to work with her, and Nano gladly agreed not to. Red only told me about this after it was done. It wasn't something we talked about beforehand, but I was okay with it. Nano never said anything about this to me, and we've never talked about Spite. I shared the feelings Red expressed here, since he was the only other one who knew how I felt. What he said about negative comments I was getting was true. This was not included in Nano's response documents at all, since they didn't say anything about it. I chose not to either. I lied about not knowing about Red's conversations with Nano about Spite to try and not make things worse for myself, but I still accidentally alluded to it because of the mental state I was in. This was what I said in my apology. Once again, I had no involvement or knowledge of Red bringing up Spite to Nano in 2023. My only personal involvement, with excluding someone specific from working with Nano, was Silver. Cinder was upset over what we both thought was Spite copying her. I saw Spite interacting with Nana, possibly with the intent of trying to work with her. I went to know myself and asked her not to work with not to without talking to Cinder first. Oh my god. Sure. I do kind of feel like this is weird, though. Like, this came out first, and this came out after. Well, it's been like, what was it, almost 2 weeks? What was that, 13 days after? Also, it looks like there's just a lot of coincidences where it's just like, oh yeah, turns out Cinder's design came out first before Spite's. I don't think anyone has established malice intent. I don't think anyone has. Um, Also, I didn't hear about this. I remember someone said that you can delete messages so it won't show up here. So I don't know. Maybe there's this doesn't really mean much to me. So yeah. Let's see what else. Also, this is still a shit thing to do. Like, don't get me like, don't get it twisted. This is asking. I feel like this is kind of a shit thing to do. So yeah, regardless if you see someone as competition, if you're gonna start fucking with their business opportunities, then yeah, I think that's fucked up. That's something I don't really excuse. 5, 10, 2023, the only other time, because also there's still like Nano, no, not Nano, Red and Silver still have the mindset. I don't think they've ever said no to this mindset that they have, is that if someone has the same artist as me, then people are gonna like, they're gonna steal or they're gonna try and copy me, and harassment's going to go even harder because of similarities. Like, you guys are dog girls. I understand that models at lower end look shit, but when you get to the higher end, they look really nice. And I think after a certain point, you kind of just don't even tell the difference. You can't even tell. I don't even look. When I see a model, I feel like people, the last thing on their minds are, who is the artist? Like, those are the freaks that do that. Anyways, moving on. Spinal came up in conversation. Blah 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 blah. Dude, Spy, like I said, Spy came to a chat. Introduced herself and gave me bits. Spy's tweet that Red refers to is in his DMs with Nano. Is posted on the same day as her ASMR announcement I showed above. My design elements and Neon Tails claims. Okay. Cuddles with a lonely hellhound, whatever. Like, I'm trying to go through this as, like, it's hard for me to go through this as, like, very seriously, because I feel like most of this doesn't really matter to me anymore, because I feel like everything important was hit. Neon Tails, sometimes after seeing Neon Tails, I messaged the friend I reached out to after they commented on the tweets, blah blah blah. Neon Tails ASMR, never sent anyone to attack or harass her, or retweet posts or any replies. What did I was like? I messaged her the same night. Wait, why are we talking about someone else now? Below I said you should be careful with what artists get back to in the future. It could lead to another situation like this with someone else, and it sounds a lot worse reading it back now that I meant it. Back then, I asked her to remove only the artwork tweet until revisions were made, followed by her saying, I'll remove my tweets if you remove yours, which I agreed to. And the only reason I asked that is because if I only remove mine to anyone who doesn't know we've talked, it will look like an admission of guilt, and I really don't want to have to argue with anyone else on that today. I agree to that. I just removed all the replies on the end. I prefer it that way, actually. Sounds good. I'm glad that... Yeah, but I've done my best to convince you and others that on my end, this is purely a misunderstanding. I love giving my artists creative freedom, and I don't want any more of your fans to attack me for that. Yeah, I can do that. I agree this was a misunderstanding, and I do apologize for all the stupid Twitter drama. Really, I do. I don't know what other artists you work with, but you should be careful that they give back to you in the future. Well, I pointed out that the only people that made her comments on her post were only a few. Our posts were a few of my friends, and she acknowledged I wasn't responsible for what they said. You're not responsible for your friends who said bad things about me. They're all their own people. The only thing that upset me was your fans who came from your retweet and said bad things, and then you liking those tweets. What the fuck? Wait a second. What? Where was this? How do we know? Is there proof of this? Whatever. Blah, blah. I didn't retweet anything on your post. The only thing I liked was a blank tweet with my reference sheet linked. Is that what you mean? I would never deliberately send people to attack someone else for me, regardless of the situation. When Well, her tweet was a response to my tweet, which in turn, whether you meant to or not, indirectly had people who followed you come say things. But it's clear now your intention wasn't to hurt me. Let's sigh. This was just a nasty situation in general. Um, I genuinely apologize if there were supporters of mine who commented harsh things towards you due to that reply. That was never my intention. I hope you can forgive me for all this. I just got nervous. Seeing the resemblance and panicked, I think there were ill intentions, to be honest. I wasn't reading the other replies, but should have noticed. I can message her about the misunderstanding. Okay. I don't know who Neantails is. Okay, anyways. His entire studio was sorted out years ago and had no reason to be brought back up. Oh yeah, I remember Neantails was brought up at some point. Alright, whatever. All right, so let's see. The entire situation with Nantails was sorted out years ago and had no reason to be brought back up. I'm aware I did not and do not have the exclusive right to have fire on my character design, specifically in my ears. It is my most iconic feature, but that doesn't make it only my feature. Your VTubing character design is something that represents you, and in an IP-driven world, your design is very important to your brand. When someone adds similar details to their own design, or the design looks very inspired by yours, it can feel personal, like they took part of you for themselves. As I grew, I became much less concerned about other VTubers using fire elements like mine. I've seen many VTubers with fire in their ears, and many adding the swirl too, but fire with the swirl has always been a common trope. What bummed me out when everything around that detail looked as if it could have taken from me. I recognize that I probably inspired a lot of people to design themselves that way. I have not held it against any VTubers who have fire on them in their ears, have it change colors, or hellhounds, or have any other design element they share with me after moving past the feelings about spite in 2023. My friends would sometimes come to me about VTubers they'd seen that they thought were copying my fire features, like here, which made me feel justified in feeling bad about it, like I wasn't alone. Nobody likes to feel like someone is copying or ripping off something as personal as their VTuber design. Not me, not spite, and I'm not sure Silvervale either. Not sure Silvervale. Okay. Like, I like how it's just like there, and then it was like, yeah, maybe. Girl, I thought this was Blink You. Her inner ears are on fire too. Yeah, there's been a lot of fire canines popping up lately, specifically with Ear Flame someday. At some point before I took the screenshot above, this friend deleted a message that I replied to, which is shown in this image from the day these messages were sent. I don't know when or why they deleted it. The hour discrepancy in the time of these screenshots was because I was at an airport in CST at the time. Okay, I have friends with fire on them. Here's an example of my friends. All right, next. Spite, message to the Power Pups. All right, we're at the end. Message to the Pyro Pups. To any current or former Pyro Pups, I'm so sorry to each and every one of you that I've disappointed. I can't imagine what it must have felt like to have someone you look up to be revealed as a monster and your community torn apart. I made a poorly put together statement and disappeared, leaving you all angry, confused, and lost. Many of you lost faith in me. I'm sorry I haven't said anything sooner, but I hope now you can at least understand why. I've received messages from many Power Pups who were hurt. Some of these people I personally knew and had met in person. It broke my heart hearing how many of them viewed me after this, but I understand. And to any Power Pups who chose not to support me going forward, I can accept that. Thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. I'm glad I could be your Okami Oshi for the time I was. I only ask that you continue to love and support your new favorite creators the same way you did for me. I've also gotten lots of messages from Pirate Pups and supporting me, encouraging me to go on. To those of you who've currently continued to believe in me, thank you. I appreciate you keeping the fire of the community burning all this time. I've read your messages and they've given me the hope that I can make it through this. You've shown me that there's something to come back to. That includes the moderators who stuck around and managed my Discord server and the community in my absence. I can't thank you enough for your help keeping everyone together. To anyone who's sent hate or harassment and sort of me, in support of me. You are not a pirate pup. You are not my fan. You are deplorable, disgusting, and I do not want anything to do with you. I've never condoned or encouraged that behavior from anyone for any reason, and the circumstances haven't made me sacrifice my morals. That goes for anyone who does the same after this document is posted. What's done is done, and regardless of what I've said in this document, it's not an excuse to harass anyone named here. Leave them alone or you will be removed from my community. I want to sincerely apologize again to anyone who has been affected by these people. The Pyro Pups have been the best community I could have ever asked for, and I've been incredibly lucky to have them. They have never been just numbers to me. I love going live and talking to them for hours on end. Hanging out with them made me smile when I was upset, and they've always been there for me. The reason why I was ever able to do any of the cool things I could. Not only have they shown me immense kindness for the time I've been streaming, they've done the same for each other. They have each other's backs, help each other when they can, encourage each other, and are positive force to anyone they interact with. I'm happy I could inspire them to do good, make friends, and tap into their creativity. They're also talented, and I'm grateful to the vast amount of fan art I've gotten from them too. Even if they aren't supporting me anymore, or if I was no longer around, I know now that being a pirate pup will continue to mean much more than just being a fan of mine. They're incredibly strong, loving, and I'm very proud of them. I will always be indebted to them for everything they've done for me. Hey gang, I need to apologize to you all too. It's my fault any of this happened in the first place. My mistake sent Cinder into hiding and left you all questioning what to do. I'm sorry I caused all of this. I hope you can still support Cinder and the projects we created in the future. Thank you for those to those who've stuck around. Your support has been a big help. Okay, looking ahead. Earlier this year, my world fell apart. I lost my friends, my fans, and opportunities I could have only ever dreamed of, but sometimes things need to fall apart in order to rebuild them back better. I'm choosing to look on the brighter side. I needed something to break me out of the cycle of working all day, every day, and adjust my lifestyle for a healthier work-life balance. That's good. This was a long overdue reminder that the friends I've made should have been the most important thing in the world to me, and I should have put more time and energy into my relationships with them outside of the work we did together. They were supposed to be by my side even when I'm not Cinder anymore, and I lost sight of that in my never-ending pursuit of the next big thing. It forced me to recognize that through my own actions or inaction, I was hurting people that only ever wanted the best for me. If ever given the chance, I don't plan on making that mistake again. Despite everything that's happened, I forgive my friends. I don't hold anything against my friends who are involved, the artists I've worked with, business partners, and former mods for anything they did after this all happened, and I'm sorry for how they were affected by all this. I've had more than enough time to think everything out over and over again. Obviously, the root cause of almost everything happened was because of poor communication between Red and I, between me and my friends, and between them and me, and poor decisions made under pressure. I was under pressure from Red about his feelings about Bao that made me distance myself from her, pressure on myself that made me choose V-Card over going to Numi's concert, and pressure from harassment and my insecurities that led to trying to cut off Silvervale from Nano's models. Red and I both had plenty of time to talk things out with people, and neither of us did. Everything that was made public could have been settled privately. I think I agree with Mugen here. I don't think that's the case here. And I feel like this document is kind of even more enlightening to how you view the world. Okay, anyways. This has set an awful precedent for the entirety of the VTuber community, which I feel has become more divisive and more drama-filled since this happened. I've always had problems communicating with people. I will do my best to be more open about what I'm thinking and feeling to them, even if it's difficult to avoid any other situation like this from ever happening again. Red and I have both made mistakes. We aren't perfect people, but we aren't evil people either. We are going to try to contact anyone we owe an apology to personally, even if an apology to them was in this document, and hope to move on. I don't blame the internet for being the internet, making memes at my expense, and countless news and drama channels farming this for views. Hell yeah, the slop tubers. That's what they are. It's business. Oh yeah, it's just business. And this is just another Google Docie, but I didn't want to hide from this for the rest of my life, and I couldn't let my legacy be decided by any one other than myself. Now there's nothing else for me to say, and I can finally look ahead. I'm ready to return to doing what I love. Even if it's on a smaller scale, I want to stream again, I want to create again, I want to inspire people again, I want to be someone people can look up to again. I love being a VTuber and I love being Cinder. Thank you for reading and thank you for waiting. Holy shit, finally. Ugh. Okay, what are my thoughts? Okay. Let me... Damn, that was a lot. I am finally over. Can I play Battlefield now? All right, boys. What is left there to say about this? I think. Let me see here. Can I pull up Notepad? Notepad. Let's see my current. Holy shit. Let me see here. Cancel. Here are some of my notes. Who wrote Nana's document? Ampersand was used 15. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Let me see. On the accuser, not the accused. Let me think here. Alright, so Shy Lily got a model at a suspicious time, just like how there were dancers in front of the Global Trade Center. Um. Okay. So, at least I think. Well, one, people say that she lost her career. No, she didn't. She has a very successful YouTube channel. She's probably just never gonna get a VTuber collab. Probably with anyone about the same size as her or bigger, because people don't really want to be attached to that, and most VTubers are super duper afraid of being tied to any drama whatsoever. Also, one other thing that I did think of here when I was going through this with the Silver Veil thing, when she said that she would Silver Veil would mod her highest donators. One, I think modding your highest donators is kind of weird. It's kind of dumb. I don't really like the idea of that. I also know that other VTubers have done this. They do this, and I think other streamers actually do this too. I think this is a normal thing. Doesn't mean that it's a good thing though. Also, too, is that their biggest supporters, at least people that would show up most of the time, also I think, and the ones who are most active and engaging with the community, which I think mods should be, are also kind of people that donate the most money over time. Even if it's just like, oh, I'm gonna give you $5,000, please let me be your mod. I don't think that's really the case most of the time. I just think it's kind of the people that show up the most to support the person who are also most active in the community. I don't think that's an accurate statement to say that she's modding her pay pigs. I think that's I don't think that's really true. I feel like that sounds most reasonable. But also, like, I feel like I would need to see more evidence of that. Let me think here. Let's go section by section here. Actually, since I finally finished this thing. In overdue response, taking accountability. This is not fuel harassment. Where's the point? Where is it? Control F, dog. Where are you? Where's the mention of the dog? I still find this to be funny. Like the classic apology. I have a dog now. There we go. Now let's see. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. What I blamed Red for. Also, the thing is, too, at the end of the day, we don't really know what the extent is that Cinder influenced Red. And in any of this, I think it's a non-0%. I think it's a majority of this. And Cinder has already admitted to fucking with Silver's business and career and Spite's business and career. There is no way that Red, even with malintent, there's no way that he did not do any damage to anyone's businesses, business relationships. Because if he is this open to talking about gossip and shit, there's no way he didn't affect other people's like business relationships in this. Let's see here. Missing information and lies I left out. Also, like, she literally, there are 3 things in my apology. I left out information. I lied. I was wrong. Like, she's already setting herself up to be a untrustworthy narrator because she's already admitted to a lying in her first apology and leaving stuff out. Let's see here. She abandoned Trikio Hotel in Tokyo. That's crazy. You know, I don't think people realize that how bad this can be, especially if you're in a foreign country, like in fucking Japan. Maybe in Tokyo it's fine because I would say most of the people there also are pretty well versed in English. Been there. Anyways, when you're going out and about, it's just really hard to do very, very, very basic things in Japan, and you don't even speak the language. It is very, very hard. So I do have to say I give them a lot more shit for doing this. It shows this after what happened between her and a friend. Don't even know what that was about. Tried going back on my agreement with artist Nick CU in April 2025. Asked Nano not to work in. Red asked Nano to not work with Spite, and she said that she was okay with it. So, like, that's still them kind of fucking with someone. So yeah, I still have to give Nano shit because she agreed to it. But also then again, she's also kind of indebted to Red and Cinder for her career. So she probably just did it because it's them, but still need to give her some shit for this. But I think the majority of it's on Red and Cinder for that shit with Spite. Red initially dissuaded Nano from accepting a model from Geary in November 2023. Red initially dissuaded. Everything both of us are guilty of. Okay, so that's pretty bad. I guilt tripped Nano November 2023 and February 2025, but still sided with her. Okay, that's pretty bad. Alright, reassure Nano about considering canceling Bao's model in August of 2024. Okay, that's still them fucking with someone else's career and business because they reassured Nano and they pretty much, I would say they kind of pushed her into it too, because he literally said this would be in her best interest. I still give her shit for canceling, but Red and Cinder are kind of just carrying her along during this decision. They did influence Bao's model being canceled to a degree. Maybe it's more 50-50, but they still did. That's still bad. You're fucking with someone else's career and business. I knew Bao's model was canceled. Didn't try. Where is it? Red Nano agreed to a deal for non-working with Silver. Bao telling me about Silvervale's inclusion. That's kind of the funny part, is like, she will absolutely take accountability for any type of situation that involves Silvervale getting fucked. Yeah. So yep. Red spoke to Nano about Shy Lily. Red convinced himself about Gate kept her video editor to hurt our music future December 2024, then held a grudge and list of grievances against her. Like, Red doing this and him so open to speaking about shit, there's no way he didn't damage Bao's career, like business relationships, with like Nano and probably with other people. Because if he said it this easily to one person, I'm pretty sure he said it to probably more other people. And this may speculating, but I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't speak to Bao to clear things up about what I knew Red held against her, and it led to me being an awful friend. Both Red and I mismanaged the planning and communication with Numi about her concert. I started pulled out a performance in her show and almost didn't go after choosing business over my friend. We both grew to dislike Silvervale over the past few years for various reasons, including harassment and comparisons, my own insecurities, and how Silvervale acted towards me. Okay, Red asked an artist not to work with Silvervale and Mars never told me about it, and I assumed. So, above every claim of wrongdoing that was made against that isn't listed above is not true. My friends, the business mindsets, Tricky Wee, Cotton, for the way we were introduced. That had nothing to do with me. I thought I was being a good friend to someone I was close with, but it was unfair to her to treat it that way. Like, this is also kind of like, you're kind of just pulling up shit right here, too. Let me think here. Nixie, you. Whatever. What do I think about the Nanoist section? One, Nano deserves to get shit for canceling the models. Red and Cinder, I think, are somewhat still more at fault, even if, like, for unintentional things. Nano did cancel in the end, but they kind of reassured her decision to cancel. They were dropping gossip when they shouldn't have. Nano obviously kind of was, like, curious about it and kind of, like, fed into him doing that, spreading more. Also, I still kind of feel like they pushed her into this decision, because I do find it kind of weird that the main constant for every single time when she brought up canceling, he said, oh, I think it's in your best interest to cancel. It would be great for you. This is what you would want to do to achieve your dreams. And like, and then she would do it. So I'm just like, ew. And it's also the main constant, you know, like there's other ways too that he could also just say, oh no, don't cancel it. Here, we can negotiate with them, help you out with, like, maybe we can extend like deadlines, make them understand your current situation. Maybe we can also delay our current like arts, not like cancel. I think that's very interesting that the constant here is from Red is to cancel other people's work besides Cinder's. I think that's very weird. There's no way to know what extent also that Red's actions here was influenced by Cinder. Also, there's no way that Red dropping gossip in the workplace like this had no influence on Analyst's business decisions. They absolutely did to a degree. Also, the blacklist was made here, and it's kind of funny that well, I definitely say it is funny that they were just like, yeah, no, Silvervale was definitely supposed to be on this blacklist. So, like I said, you admitted to trying to fuck over someone else's career. Honestly, overall, in my opinion, if you get caught trying to fuck with someone else's career and you lose yours at the end, I don't have any sympathy for you or any empathy, whatever word works. Get fucked, don't get caught. Easy. What do you think about the bow section? Has she already, like, had, what was it? She already at least, like, said there was wrongdoing that she did. I didn't like how, Red was making claims for, like, oh, these are the reasons why, like, oh, this, and this happened. And I also just don't have any evidence for what I said, but I'm like, hey, they already apologized. regarding Bao's entire situation, so I don't really mind here. V card and Numi's concert. Let me see here. There's one point I wanted to make on this. She already apologized about missing out Numi's concert, and obviously wanted to change up her her thing was, her lifestyle was. Let's see here. What else was there? So let me think. Cinder heavily made the argument that Numi was okay with her leaving, not showing up to the concert. I didn't get that feeling. So mainly because of this conversation as well. Because of this. So what was it? Because this is mainly, so I may as well just go through this entire section here. Cinder's iffy about performing on stage, but we can most likely be there either way. Stage fright, honestly, if she's still wanting to perform, we can try and figure out how to get her on a TV to perform like Mousy. So we could drive there, but I really don't want to drive in NYC, so we'd take the train. But if she's on stage, she'd want to be in cosplay, and we can't really take it with how much space it takes up. So let's say we do drive and we do bring a concert. Oh, okay. Cosplay. So it's like talking about bringing over her costume, and then they're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to probably take the train. Yeah, I understand 100%. Let's see here. We talked about this in my concert. There's more chill than LA one. Never announced the guest just in case. I wouldn't want to pressure her or anything with that, to be honest. And it only be if she's 100% comfortable. Is anyone else coming to New York one, like friends? Yeah, like 90% are going to the LA one. Oh, well, everyone's in LA. Lol. No, like this is flying, this flying, this flying. Oh, so we're the bad friends. So this is where we get into like my point here, is that it's very obvious that she, like, what else is Nui supposed to say here, you know? Like, oh yeah, you are the bad friends. Like literally, what else is she gonna say here, you know? That's a dumb thing. In New York, it's gonna be for sure blank, and blank says she wants to go there. The main reason is LA party after, so it'll be okay, cool. When's the LA one? Like next week, January 26th. Oh, 2 weeks. You guys don't have to feel obligated to go to either, by the way. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm pressuring y'all. Like, obviously they're like, oh, we're the bad friends, and she's like, no, you don't have to worry, like I don't care, you guys don't have to go. Like, obviously, just like, I feel like this is a normal response to this. And it was very obvious. And then she was very upset. And then, what is it? I do find this pretty insulting. Where is it at? Where is it at? There it is. I come to find out that this was just Numi being Numi, and it really did mean a lot to her that we'd be there. Like, this I find very insulting. Yeah. I think it was obvious. Shy Lily, I think this is the most craziest part I have ever seen. The Shy Lily affiliation with all of this. I might even create a presentation just to show how crazy Cinder's reasoning is, at least in my eyes. So yeah. I like, it's gonna be the shortest presentation in my fucking life. I think it's gonna be 5 slides. So Cinder thinks Shy Lily was the master manipulator that wanted to destroy her career, and apparently Cinder believes that Shy Lily had it out to her before Nano came to her with the messages. So Shy Lily, what is it? So Shy Lily had a bad gut feeling about Cinder. Doesn't really make any sense. Okay, but Shy Lily has already said too is that in the real world you shouldn't let a bad gut feeling dictate how you treat other people, and it's bad. I'm like, okay, I agree with that. I'm like, sure. So Cinder's saying bad gut feeling. She accidentally leaked. Cinder accidentally leaked the price, which is $5 off for an anime card box. The how many, what is it, cards in a pack, that there's no limit, and then there will be never be first editions again, and then I think the card timings over the pre-order. Let me see here. Yeah, so she did that. Lily found out, and then she literally said, oh, don't worry, I had some people being annoying in Discord, and it was during my day off. I also doubt you're the only one talking about it. Plus, if you asked GG on behalf of chat and no one told you it wasn't supposed to be public, then that's on them. They should have clarified that to you. Literally nothing you have done about that. That seems like, okay, so this looks like a nothing burger. So you accidentally leaked some information that wasn't supposed to be leaked, and even Shy Lily was like, oh yeah, well, that's okay, that makes sense. It's not your fault. It's like, but now she's saying, me sounded pretty mad on stream at the leakers, but danced around it. What? Shy Lily knew it was me. There's no... Sure, maybe. Sounded pretty mad on stream at the leaker who was excited to be the one to spread stuff before her, but danced around it as if she was never mad at me. I don't see any dancing here. And then there's this. Okay, and then what was the next one? Cinder claimed that... let me see here. That third, where is it? It was, where is the first mention of Charizard? The first mention of Charizard, where is it? Okay. Okay. And then let's see here. Man, hold on. Let me see here. No, okay. Problem with me because of my performance in Gamersubs, I was now a part owner. A title she exclusively held as a VTuber for me, something unique to her. I would always be planning on launching things with Gamersubs, something she was unwilling to do. Like she said on her stream, she viewed that as a cash grab, as greedy, but I don't think being a part owner was a problem. I think most importantly, she didn't like how enthusiastic I was. Not only did I mistakenly give out information early when V-Card launched, but mine became the most sought after card in her game. So, one, gut feeling. Two, actually leaked card box info, but then again, they like cleared it up like immediately. Three, her card was the most sought after. So then Shy Lily annihilated Cinder's career. That is what she alleged. That is incredibly insane, I think. What is it? 126, 2025, 130. When did she approach her? 131. And then they just made up over it 5 days later. Like, she even forgave her and just said, oh yeah, it's not your fault. It's on them for not telling it's confidential. She literally, I don't see how she was dancing. So, I'm going to say this again. Gut feeling, accidentally leaked anime card box info, which is literally this, the price, how many card packs, if there's a limit, and like no limit, and that there's no first editions again. This is literally it. Like like she is okay, and then your card was the most sought after. So she then killed your career when given the opportunity. Like I would understand if maybe like some crazy info from gamer subs was leaked, but this is like nothing. Price, really? You were like, oh, she was $5 off. I'm gonna fucking annihilate her career when I get the chance. She leaked info. It's literally just like, oh, literally, this is Shy Lily's reaction right here. Like, I don't think anyone could really contend with me on this part because it's literally a nothing burger. And this is just like, she's gonna end her fucking career now because of this. Like, really? That's insane. That's an insane thing to make. Someone came in and told me, it was like, oh, well, a lot of V-card stuff, well, came in late. I'm just like, well, that's the logistics team right there. It's out of their hands at that point. So, like, and that had nothing to do with what information was leaked as well. So yeah. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and I don't think anyone has even mentioned this part. Where is it? Who wrote Nano's document section? Are you telling me that she's not having a schizo moment when she is literally accusing Shy Lily of writing the document when, where is it? Where are you, you son of a bitch? Let's see here. Let me see. Nope, it's a little bit farther down. Let me see here. Come on, come on. Where are you at, you son of a fuck? Where is it? You know what I'm control Fing for right now. Yep, there it is. She is literally... Who wrote Nano's document? And she's speculating it's Shy Lily because Nano's document repeatedly used the ampersand symbol. And then said, oh, Shy Lily's reply had the ampersand a total of 15 times. That is insane. That is an insane thing to say. Like, the thing is, though, too, is that I obviously did become very biased towards the end of this document. It's very obvious I did. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, too, is I think most people would agree with me on this take. I think speculation is fine in documents. But you also have to be seen as someone who's reasonable and logical and not insane. I think that makes you look insane to me. That is not... And also, you just shouldn't even be applying speculation as well. And her entire thing regarding Shy Lily has been speculation for at least like the her fucking original, like Shy Lily's original reason why she wanted to annihilate Cinder's career is so speculative and so insane. I don't believe it. I need to see more from proving this. Also, the fact that, what is it? Now Shy Lily may have replaced me as Nano's new Cinder. Like, that's very crazy sounding. That is giving me crazy vibes. Also, like, what is it? She thinks that, what is it? That a skeb, which is a little art drawing of her and Shy Lily from 2022, her mentioning reminds me of Groudon and Kyogre is linked to Shy Lily creating an entire YouTube fan art lore video representing her as the hero, symbolizing her saving her friends from Groudon, Cinder as the again, like that is a very crazy thing to put in this. That is insane. That is an insane thing to get conclude on. I think if you were gonna make a document this long, you need to not be schizo and say crazy things. Yeah. Anything else that I can say? Oh yeah. Also, here's one thing that doesn't really make any sense to me. Also, is with the Nanolis, her point with Nanolis, she made a point that Nanolis, her artist, who I obviously think that deserves to get some shit, published the original document, cut things out to avoid like guilt and her how do I put it her basically her guilt and how she fucked up. I think Nano did crop out stuff mainly to, let's say, get rid of any chance for anyone to grab something and deflect it against her. I think that's what she did. Now, to deflect any fault from Cinder away from her onto Nanolis. I think it doesn't. Also, Cinder said that Nano posted the document to save her ass. I don't agree with this, and it doesn't make sense. Simply because why would Nano post the original document to save her ass, knowing that Red and Cinder have the DMs, and all they would need to do is just throw it back in her face? I don't agree with. So that was Cinder's point. That was Cinder's point again to then say, like, it was actually her to save her ass. It doesn't make any sense to me. Also, people say, well, you can't prove a negative that, you can't prove that she did not know. I believe that one of the weirdest things in this document was the fact that she I think she posted DMs with Red like 3 times. I believe there is a non-0% that if she posted her DMs with Red at the same time as these events happened, that it would have bolstered her position or whatever in this entire debacle. There is no way it would not help her position if she posted the DMs during this time and it showed blank, because there was a big claim that her and Red were working together in the back end to fuck people over. There's no way that her posting DMs with Red would not help. I believe that. Now, Silver Veil. I think in Silver Veil's case, I actually think she was literally throwing paint at the wall until it would stick. And the paint color was schizo. Because I do agree with her that Silver didn't like her at the beginning. And I think it was over the fan art. The tag. I do think that. In this. For Silver Veil's. For Silver Veil. Yeah. I do think that she dislikes Cinder after this whole situation. Or I wouldn't say hate. I would say having negative feelings or something like that at the beginning of this, and kind of just didn't want to have anything to do with her. And also, I do feel like Cinder did create the comparison situation as well. And I think eventually Silver Veil had enough with the comparison stuff, so she then kind of restricted Cinder and blocked mentions of her in her Discord. I do believe that was the case. My only problem with the Discord thing is that I would have liked, because those were Silvervale's Discord mods were talking about Silvervale's Discord mods were talking to Red about how mentions of Cinder were like bad or to stop were banned to stop bullshit. They said that literally as to stop bullshit. I think it's to, well, one, to stop people doing comparisons. I think that's the case. I do find it weird that none of them posted screenshots of what they were saying. Like one of them said that there was an announcement made saying thank you for those that still watch me, right around like I think like right before Cinder's subathon. So I would like to see the full announcement, because I feel like I've seen a lot of messages with a lot of people that say thank you to those that still watch me. So I would like to see that original announcement. And I still find it weird that these mods do not post Discord screenshots, only like DMs with one another. I want to, because like one of them said that Silvervale talked to them about like this, and this, but he never showed screenshots with DMs with Silver. I think that's really weird. One of the things to here is I don't agree with her reason on this, because hey, I'm doing a plushie review, and then Cinder replied and Silver canceled it. I feel like there's many reasons why someone might just cancel a stream, not because of your plushie collection that you like thrown in and that you are the one responding. I feel like there could just be many reasons. I don't believe this. That's also insane. Let's see here. What else was there? A meme. No. Where is it? Where's the other reason here? Okay. Let me see here. Like, this could also just be, so, Cinder posted the boing boing meme of her being lewd, whatever. Silvervale kind of yoinked it, did the same thing a week, and then she kind of replied to it. I feel like this can be one. I don't like, people yoink memes from each other all the time. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. And then this could also be interpreted as like a call out too, I guess, you know, because she's also like replying to her with the exact same thing. We have the same brain cell, by replying to her with an earlier version of the meme that she did. I also don't really, I feel like there could have been other VTubers who did this trend too. I just don't know back then. I don't know. I feel like this is a weak point to be made. The way during the YouTube Minecraft thing was also kind of stupid. I feel like, sure, if Silvervale, which I'm pretty sure it lines up with my narrative, that Silvervale kind of just didn't want to have anything to do with you, because in this, I can't believe I'm saying this, is that I autistically analyzed a Minecraft social setting, which is really stupid to even say. Where I did feel like Silvervale kind of like, she straight up stared at Cinder and then kind of just looked away and continued talking to people. But also at the same time, Cinder was literally just standing there not saying anything the entire time. So I'm like, if Cinder really wanted to collab and shit, and she wanted to turn things around, make everything public, and stop the harassment, she should have just been more vocal and, you know, try and talk to Silver, not expect her to fucking talk to her. Just fucking make the first move. God damn it. What else here? Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the, oh yeah, she didn't acknowledge me by name thing, like with the raid. So like, what is it? Like, your friendships are now affected by whether or not someone says your name and thank you at the same time. That is an insane thing to say. That is a very, like, the fact that you even put this as a point makes you sound crazy. Makes you even look crazier too. This is stupid. I want to look at this again.
Hello? Thank you for the raid! Thank you! Welcome everybody!
Well, like, alright, okay. Um, I don't. Also, you only listed one raid, and you also didn't list example raids of other times like you did with Lily, which is fucking stupid. But like, come on, like your friendship is now dictated by how your friend addresses you when you raid them. Also, like the expectation of when you do something nice for them too is also kind of. It's also like I find that to be a red flag because you know, like I raid you, and it's kind of like it's like the expectation for something in return is just like gross. From that, let's see here. One of my friends and I had a conversation. Blah 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 blah. Anyways, next reason. There's just so fucking much here. I'm gonna have to even cut this down. Oh yeah, and then bringing up the yoinking of memes. Also, she doesn't have to like acknowledge. She doesn't have to reply to your tweet. Also, I feel like you guys are very entitled to Silvervale's attention when you aren't as well. Let's see here. Honestly, too, I just have the vibe that, yeah, pretty much I had the vibe is Silvervale just didn't want to have anything to do with you. She banned your name being mentioned in her Discord stuff, your emotes, and she restricted you. Guess what? Sure, you can say that's a shit thing to do, that's catty or petty, whatever, but that's ultimately her choice in her own Discord server. She's also not fucking with other people's careers and businesses. Well, at least there's no DMs public showing that. And I just felt like Cinder just kept pushing. Here, maybe I can show an example here. Oh yeah, fucking, this is also really fucking weird, is that she brings up, like, I asked her to record some voice lines for my lore video. My upcoming event, I asked a lot of my friends to participate. A couple of the lines I gave them were in reference to the comments I got about Silver. Like, why are you doing this? This is, what? Let's see, anything else? Like, I'm going over this really fast because I kind of just want to, I'm probably going to be recording another separate thing, covering just literally me reacting to like all the weird red flaggy stuff that I saw that I think is just really weird, and I feel like this is dumb. Let's see. Let's see here. Anything else? Well, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, this is where I mean is that I think Silvervale at the very beginning or towards the beginning didn't like Cinder, didn't like her vibes, kind of just didn't want to be associated with her at all. And guess what? Oh yeah, I didn't show this before this, but it basically told her, hey, I'm flattered by the persistence of asking me for a collab. I don't like transactional relationships. No, thank you. Maybe she should have been more direct, but like, I feel like at this point, fucking, you should have got the message by now that she doesn't want to have anything to do with you. And Cinder just kept pushing. So yeah. Anything else? Sure. Alright, conversations with mod number 1. I also, I don't really agree with this either, because Silver tweeted her own version of this emote saying hi, and I replied to her using my Pyro Pop 1 shortly after she deleted her tweet and never reposted. This is the last time I tried interacting with Silver. Like, I'm like, okay, she deleted it. Why do you think it's just your, why your response is the reason why she deleted it? Do you think that maybe there was like another one? Maybe there's something else. Like, I feel like there's a lot of reasons, but also too that this follows the same in the exact same timeline where I said Silver doesn't want anything to do with you, and then she deleted it. Like, there you go. I don't really agree with this tweet. I feel like this is just her throwing paint at the wall and hoping it sticks. So far I think I've seen like 4 examples This is the mod stuff. I think it'd be really funny if they're doing like spy versus spy. So like Silvervale's mods were talking with Red about what was going on Silvervale's Discord. I think it'd be very funny if this was actually Silvervale's mods fucking with her, fucking with Red to say that like Silver is like terrible and shit. Because I also still find it weird that these mods are saying stuff but also not posting screenshots of what's going on. Like I've not seen, these are Silvervale's mods, but I haven't seen any DMs from Silvervale. So I'm like, to what degree is this true? I think this is true that that mentions of Cinder in Silvervale's Discord was removed or blocked, and her emotes are, oh, I don't know about emotes. I think that's a little weird. I do believe that they were blocked because one of them said that, oh, Cinder's blocked to stop fucking bullshit, which is probably because I wouldn't be surprised. People came in and harassed her for copying Cinder, so maybe she restricted other people from mentioning Cinder and Cinder related things to stop that. So like, there you go. That's what I think too. Also, like, this is Silver's Discord. She's allowed to do whatever she wants with it. Like, she's not ruining other people's careers, right? Like, there you go. I don't, like, sure, you may disagree with what she's doing here, but I'm like, at the end of the day, she's not fucking someone else over. You know? She doesn't want to have anything to do with Cinder. This still falls in line with what I believe. Bikini debut. Silver debuted a 3D model with 2 separate outfits. You can see the pose, design, and theming of the 2 outfits in this artwork. Back in 2023, I debuted my 2.0 and Demon models, which were a pair to each other. You can see the pose, design. I don't think you were the original person who created the idea of 2 design outfits or the concept of it. I don't really see the resemblance. I feel like other people have also done this, so I don't think you were the original creator of this idea. Yeah, next. Also, artist number 1 actually made a pretty good argument here because he, artist number 1 said to Red that, oh, Silver's being competitive. Silver, and this is alleged by Red and Cinder, is that Silver thinks that Cinder copied her and is being competitive with her. And then artist number 1 here, I thought was pretty, I thought, where's artist number 1? Is this artist number 1? Where's the point being made? Nah, fuck, can't find it. Anyways, he made a good argument about, like, I thought it was pretty good pushback. He was like, if Silver is being competitive with you because she thinks you're copying her, why is Silver continuing to commission work from me knowing I'm your artist? If Silver wants to, you know, differentiate herself from you, why doesn't she just go somewhere else? And then for like a different artist so that your models look different. Oh, and then Red was like, oh no, she's stealing. Oh shit. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. She's trying to steal. But then that doesn't even make any sense because all Silvervale had to do was propose an exclusivity deal to that artist then. Or do the same thing you did to Spite by asking the artist not to work with you. Like, also, you're not entitled to be, like, you're not entitled. Cinder, I feel, is, during this entire thing, gives me very obsessive stalker vibes. She is not entitled to Silvervale's time and attention and acknowledgement. She is not entitled to any of these things. So far, from my feelings, is I think Silvervale ended up breaking Cinder's mind. So yeah. Anything else that I can say? about this. No, not real. I don't think so. There's also a bunch of other red flags in my eyes, I think. Oh yeah, the fact that she kept asking questions in her document. It's so bad when you start asking questions in a document like this. If you're trying to add in speculation, it's so crazy that you'd be doing this, because what does that mean to me? It means, well, for those of you that don't know, whenever someone asks questions, they're expecting you to connect the dots. There is, like, this, it means that it's open to misinterpretation, and I really don't like that. That is really bad. I want you to be clear and concise with me. I don't like it when someone starts asking questions in a document like this, because they're clearly trying to, they're literally opening a chance for people to just misinterpret. So it's like anyone who's super biased against her or super biased towards her will just like go wherever. Whatever. Let's see here. Also, she's just so very schizo about this entire thing as well. Also, I still kind of find it funny that she like listed Shy Lily's collab with Silvervale. Because Silvervale has collab. She prefers not to do collabs, but she's down with collabs with people she views as close friends, which from my perspective, when this whole thing happened, she seemed like she got pretty friendly with Shy Lily, so I can see them having a friendly collab. I still find it that her last sentence in this was fucking birds of a feather. That is some schizo shit. That's like some anime villain whatever thing. Yeah. Anyways, boys, I think, and then let's see Aru. I think Aru is more of a mixed bag. I'm more against her here. Because I feel like when shown the full convo and going back to here, I feel like she was kind of being opportunistic. I feel like she kind of was. Because when seeing this full conversation here, what is it? Cinder was already in line to meet Silvervale. And then Ara was like, "Oh, can I come?" And then she made the post about all of them coming together. Aru proposed the collab, and then Cinder was all right, sure. And then she eventually asked, "Oh, is it happening again?" And then afterwards too, every single time she could get the chance, Aru asked for a collab first. Like, I think she even began, like, she started conversations asking for collabs. Like, So I think she deserves some shit. I do feel like she was opportunistic, and I feel like she kind of, like, the entire original document was very, it had no mention of her, and then she kind of just injected herself into the situation, showed DMs, and I see this whole thing, and I'm like, you're kind of sus. So yeah. Next, Spite. And Yantails. I'm kind of don't really care about this, and it seemed like they made up. Oh, I'll skip. Spite. I don't really. I feel. Was Spite using this maliciously? Because it turns out every design here, most of them, except for the hoodie, I think, here. Everything else besides this example between this and this, everything was Cinder designed it first, because there was DMs between Cinder and an artist who created the design. their DMs where they created the full design was like way before Spite even showed off her designs in her own document and her own announcements as well for stuff. I think this is the only iffy situation here. And judging based off of all the situations before, I feel like it was kind of just a bad coincidence. So yeah. Also, wait, is that the hoodie there? Huh. You know, it really does not really look the same. Like, it doesn't really look the same, you know? I think about it. Look at that hoodie. I think it's kind of alright. Yeah, I think I'm more on... Yeah, true. That's very... Yeah, but only... Yeah, I don't think they look the same or similar, really. Just the hood, but, like, I feel like the hood design makes sense for them. Alright, what do I think? I think Cinder is still kind of a piece of shit. I think, you know what? I feel like I agree with Tectone. Anyways, I still think Cinder is kind of a piece of shit. I think she's really, really weird regarding her situation with Silvervale. I feel like she pushed too hard. Yeah, she pushed too hard with Silvervale. Obviously, Silvervale didn't want to have anything to do with Cinder. Silvervale banned mentions of her. But also, I'm like, that's her choice. It's her own Discord server. She's allowed to do whatever she wants. She's also not fucking with other people's careers. So, regardless of whether or not you disagree with Silvervale banning mentions of Cinder, I like, well, in the grand scheme of things, I think that's really nothing compared to what Cinder has done. I feel like she's really obsessive, and I feel like her, like the points she was making about Silvervale not liking her and the examples she gave were really schizo, really crazy, really obsessive feelings to me. Aru, I feel, was opportunistic. I actually do kind of feel that, and I feel like she injected herself into the situation. The breakdown I also think is very weird. I love the crazy speculation in it. 15 ampersands. That was insane. The Shy Lily raids I heavily disagree with. I heavily disagree with her her reasoning as for why Shy Lily shotgunned my career. It doesn't even make sense to me. V Card and Numi's concerts I don't like. It's just like Numi did nothing wrong. Literally it's just their stupid communication scheme. I don't like how they heavily leaned on her saying that, oh, it's okay for you guys to not come. She obviously did. It was so obvious. Bao, they fucked up on. They took accountability for, so I don't really care. I also didn't like how Red was citing situations with Bao without providing any proof. Nanolis, she obviously deserves some shit. Red and Cinder deserves shit for how open they were for the blacklist, obviously, and trying in blacklisting Spite and Silver at least. Cinder should be given shit for that. You can decide whether or not to give her shit for like Bao and Cotton stuff. There, because no matter what, they should be deserved. They should get shit for that because honestly, I believe the fault of the subordinate lies with the superior. Red is the subordinate. Cinder is the superior. So yep. Obviously Nana deserves to get shit for canceling things, but I feel like Red shouldn't have I feel like pushed her or at least reassured her about her decision rather than, you know, proposing an alternative. And I find it really weird that the alternative or no, the constant solution that he would provide when talking to her about it was always cancel other people's artwork except for Cinder's, and this is good for you and our interests. I feel like he could have said other things like postponing deadlines, negotiating with other people, helping her out, not just straight up telling her to cancel on people. That's fucked. My apology and taking accountability. The fact is that she also like acknowledged that, yeah, no, that was bad. She acknowledged the lying, or she admitted to lying in her first apology. It's stupid. Yeah. those are my thoughts. I'm probably gonna lay out red flags. I'm probably gonna post the probably a compilation of my reactions and to all the red flags I saw during this document that I thought was what changed my opinion over that, like, towards this, what informed my opinion on things. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, I still think the fault ultimately lies mostly with Red and Cinder. So yeah, I think it's really stupid to say that, oh no, everyone's at fault. No, dude, I think it's Red and Cinder. Red, Cinder, and some Nano. I'd say 70 Red, Cinder, maybe even 80, and then Nanolist at most 30-20. Aru, I think she was just being opportunistic. I get bad vibes from her. Spite's kind of, but like I feel like her document, if she was trying to say the copying was the case, I feel like Spite should have added more examples. And I feel like Spite didn't include certain things. Like, it was very obvious some of her posts followed after Cinder's, and I'm like, man, that's really weird. So yeah, that was kind of a little bit weird from Spite, in my opinion. Also the fact, okay, hold on. Also, fucking Cinder said that Silverveil didn't receive as much harassment as her. There is no way she can prove that. And she didn't even provide proof either. As well, I mean. Whatever. I was fucking around with words. I think Shy Lily was just in, I think she was absolutely, from what she's seen, was absolutely right in her, in everything she saw. I think she was very logical with what she saw, and I think she had every right to react the way she did. I don't think Shy Lily was at fault for anything. And if you're saying that Cinder, well, she ended someone's career rather than talking and stuff in DMs. All right, motherfucker. She has a shit ton of subscribers on YouTube. She is 300,000 subs on YouTube. She's doing very well. She was a part owner of Gamer Subs. She actually is still working with Gamer Subs after her return stream. She said that she's still working with Gamer Subs. So yeah, Code Cinder still works. So like, and there's no fucking way that she is perfectly fine. She's probably never gonna do a VTuber collab, at least with someone the same size as her or bigger than her, probably for a long ass time. And she's just gonna have to diversify her content because let me pull this up. Let me see. Full webcam. And guess what? She did something that I already thought she was going to do. She was going to focus more on her YouTube, which she did. She is now streaming. She's multi-streaming on YouTube now. Let me pull it up. Also, I still have the... Oh shit, it's literally right there. Did she unprivate it? That's cool. Yeah, she made this private. Unprivated this, her comeback stream. Let's see here. I need to get back to my point that I'm making here. Only collabs. Collab. Lo-fi. Cover. Ad. Collab. Meme. Collab. You're getting the point here, right? Their most popular videos are, was it music and collabs? Oh, yeah, and then there's her blog. So yeah. So she's just gonna have to diversify her content. That's all she really needs to do, and she'll be fine. There's been lots of people who have been canceled before, Keemstar, as an example, who are doing just fine and even better than before. So yeah. Anyways, boys, I think that's about it. I'm gonna make my video, And I'll see y'all later. Peace.